Good morning students, hope you are safe and sound at home. Today we will be starting with the next part of this topic, that is lesson number 9, geography, the earth, our habitat. We have already seen the previous two videos, I hope students. Hope you understood the topics. We saw about the sun, about our earth, about the planets of the solar system and such other topics. Today we will start a new topic, the third part, that is meteors. When we drew the solar system, the basic figure in our notebook students. Okay, but when we drew the figure of the solar system in our notebooks, we have already drawn it in the notebooks, I think, very neatly. So when you drew that in your notebook, you must have seen the labeled meteors there. Okay, so today we will study what is a meteor. Eight planets we studied in the previous topic. Now we will start with the meteors. Meteors are sometimes as if they appear to be falling on the earth. That is, at night, sometimes we think that a star is falling from the sky at night. This is only our thought actually at night. But actually stars do not fall. Stars never fall from the sky. So what happens here is actually that is a meteor. The belief of the people that a star is falling from the sky is wrong. Actually a meteor falls and due to that we think that a star is falling. Okay. So the meteors are actually small pieces of stones or rocks or parts of planets, okay, in the sky. Due to that, when they fall, we think as if stars are falling. So actually meteors are small parts of planets or rocks. Or students can say as stones, okay. So meteors appear as stars when they fall. So it is a wrong belief actually that stars are falling. Stars never fall. Okay. And these meteors are quickly drawn towards the earth. Why? Because of gravitational force. Because of gravitational force, what happens? They are quickly drawn towards the earth. And due to this, they fall towards the earth. Now due to this gravitational force, what happens? They are drawn towards the earth, they fall towards the earth. So what happens students during that time? As soon as they enter the earth's atmosphere, it gets ignited due to friction. So what happens? Rubbing of these particles with the atmosphere, the dust particles, whatever is there in the atmosphere, it causes friction. Due to those, what happens? It gets ignited. So ignition takes place or it burns up. It burns up. The ignition takes place, it gets ignited because of gravity. It is pulled down towards the earth. It comes into terms with the atmosphere, or when it enters the atmosphere, it gets ignited. And due to that, what happens? Now something is ignited. What can you see? You can see sparks or flares or flames of fire. So when a meteor is lighted up, it is ignited, a bright line. Okay, a bright line is seen across the sky. You can see a bright line in the sky, for which we can see that a star is falling. Why? Because we always study that stars are twinkling in the sky at night. So we think that stars are falling. But actually students, this is a wrong belief. Stars never fall from the sky. A meteor falls from the sky and it comes in touch with the atmospheric particles, and it gets ignited. Ignition takes place. Due to this, what happens? A bright line can be seen in the sky and a streak of light can be seen, due to which we say that a star is falling. And some of the meteors are not burnt, because what happens? They become large obstacles. In which manner? They cause huge cracks in the earth. Some meteors don't burn up like this, don't get ignited. Instead of that, what is the effect? They cause large pits to be formed in the earth. Whenever such meteors fall, they form large open cracks in the ground. Large pits are formed. So first effect of a meteor falling is either it gets ignited up, ignition takes place, you can see a bright line. Or second one is, you can see large pits being formed in the earth. Example given in textbook is the first one. The Koyana Lake of Maharashtra was formed due to this meteor falling. That is, it was not ignited. It was forming large pit type structure. Due to this, Koyana Lake of Maharashtra was formed. Second example is given in textbook. In Saurashtra near Dhajala, a meteorite weighing 40 kg fell and a large open pit was formed in that area. So students, Meteorites are parts, small parts of planets or stones or rocks moving in the sky, and when they fall, they have two effects. Either they get ignited up, the bright line is formed in the sky, or large bits are formed in the earth. So students, moving to the next topic, that is constellations. Now what is a constellation, students? Constellations in a wider sense, we take the true meaning, it means either any set of many stars or group of stars or a single star. Okay. In a wider sense, it can be known as a group of stars, set of stars, or you can take even a single star. Okay. Or a single star is known as a constellation. Okay. Now there are specific shapes for all constellations. All constellations are different in our Milky Way galaxy, that is our Mandakini galaxy, as we saw in the previous video. All have specific shapes because they are mass of stars. They are group or set of stars or a single star. So all are different. All constellations look different. Sometimes some constellations look like a goose. Okay. Some constellations look like an eagle. Etc. It goes on. The list goes on. Okay. And sometimes what happens? They are associated with religious traditions also. For example, in your textbook, you have some of the names. In total, there are 27 constellations actually. The number is 27. In your textbook, they are named, some of them. They are Ashwini, Revati, Vishakha, Punarvasu, Orion, Rohini, Pushya, Arya, Swati, etc. So in this way, some names I will give in your textbook. You don't have to study the details of each of these. You have to memorize only these names. Okay, so some names are there in your textbook. Now 2 or 3 constellations surround the moon. 2 or 3 constellations, they surround the moon, and for that we have to look at the sky continuously. You have to see, look at the sky, gaze at the sky continuously. Only then you can see the specific shape of that constellation. And it is very difficult to remember the names of these constellations. Not so easy to memorize. But by repeated viewing of these constellations, by gazing at the sky continuously, and by understanding the concept behind each constellation, you can easily memorize their names. Now students, some names are associated with auspicious works or auspicious timings. So due to that, they have specific names. For example, the Pushya constellation. We have that very famous example, the Pushya constellation. It is very much auspicious for purchase of gold and silver. This Pushya constellation is associated with purchase of gold and silver. So in this way, each of the constellation has a specific purpose. Now let's see something about the location and shape of the earth. Okay, so we live on this earth, so you should know where is it located, the shape of the earth, everything should be known to you. So students, let's start. When we look at the moon, when we look at the sun, it looks so beautiful. Both these elements present in the sky are made by God. So in the same way, earth is also made by God for us to exist in a proper manner. Our survival should be fruitful. So for that, our earth is a sphere giving life to us. It is a life-giving sphere. This planet earth, as we saw in the video of planets, earth is the only planet where presently we are having life. Okay, living organisms exist. So, our earth is such a sphere, that is, the shape of the earth is spherical. Sphere means round or circular, but not exactly a circle. It is which sort of a circle? We'll just say it. Okay, students? Now, some astronauts say that earth looks like a sphere. Why? Because it is flat at both the poles. So students, we already know what is this. We saw in the previous video, this is a replica of the earth, and it's the globe. Okay students? So this globe, you have to consider all these things as imaginary. Okay? I told you in the previous video, axis is imaginary. All these figures and measurements are imaginary. Accurate will not be available because these are geographical terms. Okay? So the earth is spherical. It's having a shape of a sphere. Now what is sphere? Not exactly round. This is not exactly circular in shape. Not is the north pole, the topmost portion, and this is the south pole. Students, the diagram, in the further stages we will be doing the diagram. Within that time it will be very clear to you. Just look at it right now. The topmost portion here is known as the north pole, and the southernmost part here is known as the south pole. So see, here on the top it is flat, at the south also it is flat. But here at the sides it is elongated. See, it is enlarged. So that is known as a spherical shape, or it looks like a sphere. So your earth, the earth on which we live, is like a sphere. At the poles, north pole and south pole, it is flat, and at the sides it is elongated, enlarged. And some astronauts have said that, or when they took photos from the moon, they said that it looks like a giant sphere. When some astronauts took pictures from the moon, they said that the earth looks like a giant sphere. This is only a small replica of the earth, this dome, but it looks like a giant sphere. So when astronauts took photos from the space and from moon, they said that earth looks like a giant sphere. Okay, and we live only in a small area of this earth. We live in a very small part of this earth. See students, we are not occupying the whole earth. We are living in one specific area. So we can say that we can't see the other part of the earth. Why? Because of this spherical. And example given in textbook is, for example, you have a broken earthen pot with you. Okay, example given here. Students, in your textbook we have an example of a broken earthen pot. Okay, if an earthen pot is broken and we hold only one piece of it in our hands, can we understand the shape? Can we imagine the shape of the whole pot? No students. Why? Because we are holding only one broken piece of it, one broken part of it. So in the same way, we can say that we are occupying only one small area of the earth. The other areas are occupied by some other people or some other organisms, living, non-living, all. So we can say that earth is a sphere. Why? Because we cannot see the other end. We are only seeing the end on which we are living or staying. And exactly the shape of earth is not round like a ball. It's not exactly circular or in a round shape like a ball, but like an orange. Okay, it is just like an orange. Okay, the shape of the earth is just like an orange. How? See students, how the center of the earth here, see the central portion here, see this whole portion is larger than the polar circles. I told you just now, polar circle means the north pole and the south pole. We will go into the diagrams in the further stages. The poles, north pole and the south pole, the polar circles, they are known as the polar circles. Okay, the north and the south poles. That is flat. Okay, both the poles, they are flat. But the central portion of this sphere is large, or it is elongated. That is, poles are flat, and here what happens? They are inflated at the equator. Equator means central portion of your earth. So students, we can see that this earth, that is our spherical shape of the earth, our earth is like an orange. How? The poles, that is the north and south pole, are flat, but the equator is inflated. What is the equator, students? See this 0 degree. See this yellow line, students? See, can you see this yellow line, the thick one? This is 0 degree of your equator. This is known as the equator. We will draw it in the diagrams. Just see it over here. This is the equator. At this portion, the central portion of this comes the central portion of the earth. Okay, so this area is inflated. Okay, bulged out, it is enlarged. But the polar circles, the north pole and south pole, are flat. Okay, and the equator 0 degrees. See this yellow line, students? We will draw it. That is totally inflated. Okay, the central part of the earth is larger. See, it's larger, it's bulged out than the polar circle. Now students, we can also know the volume and weight of the earth. We can know the volume as well as the weight of the earth. But all these figures will be approximate. Okay, you will not get exact figures in geography. Okay, because you can't measure it exactly. The horizons are infinite. You can't measure them exactly. So they will be exact figures. And the circular device is used to study the earth. And you can also study about the earth continents, you can study oceans, important lines, that is latitudes and longitudes. We will be doing it in the further diagrams in the stages. All these things are available to study about the Earth. As you saw the globe, it is a small replica of the Earth, and the globe shows that the Earth is tilted towards one side. That is, it is leaning towards one side. Now students, we will study about the pole star. What do you mean by the word pole star? That's a star in the sky which always appears in the same direction and the same place. Okay, same direction and same place. Okay, then how will you come to know about the star, or how will you recognize that star? It always comes in the same place and same direction. So, and that star is known as the pole star. We also call it as the polar star. Okay, we also call it as the polar star. Why? Because of its name, that is the pole star. So, it is also known as the polar star. And it is easily detected. It can be easily recognized with the help of the constellation St. Which constellation, students? St. It can be easily detected with the help of St. constellation. And you will see a bright star while moving in the direction of this fabulous line connecting the two stars in front of the St. And that is the polar star. What is the polar star, students? When you see the sky, you gaze the sky continuously, you can see a bright star. Okay? You can see a very bright, fabulous star moving in the direction of a fabulous line that is connecting the two stars in front of the St. That is known as the polar stars. Okay? So with the help of the constellation St. you can get the recognition of the pole star or the polar star. And people who travel by sea, or those who travel in different modes to different areas of the world, different continents of the world, they can easily find the polar star. Now this polar star or the pole star is mostly seen in the northern direction. Okay, students, this is mostly seen in the northern direction, due to which if you go to the northern hemisphere, it is directly overhead. The pole star will be overhead for you. Okay, and those who travel by sea, they can easily find their routes or their way out with the help of this polar star. And the direction which the star appears in the northern hemisphere is very easy or easily visible in the northern hemisphere. So it's also known as the North Star. The three names are North Star, Polar Star, Pole Star. Okay. Due to its stability and nearly circular shape of the Earth, it can't be seen in the southern hemisphere. You can't see this polar star from the southern hemisphere. Yes, students? Why? Because we already saw the shape of the Earth is spherical, or exactly round like a ball, like this, like an orange. So in the southern hemisphere, you can't visualize this polar star. So students, we conclude this topic over here. Go through page number 49 and 50 of your textbook. That is read properly. Meteors, constellations, the location shape of the Earth, and the polar star, the pole star or the North Star. Okay, students? So students, read the topic thoroughly and be very clear in your content. Okay, students?